This is the fastest way to max out all 3 hero classes in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey. Now, if you didn't know, in the most recent update that was done to Odyssey, we received 3 brand new hero classes that came over from LEGO Fortnite Expeditions. You can find this inside of your mastery section in your menu, and you see that I have 100% finished my Rift Ripper ability class, and I'm going to show you all of the tricks and tips that I have to maximize these out for every one of you. For the first time in a very long time, the item shop is featuring 2 LEGO Fortnite Odyssey build kits. The first one being the Halloween Town Hall bundle, which is 1 build with 38 decor items. The second one is going to be the Beachside Boulevard bundle, which is one of the biggest and best build kits in all of LEGO Fortnite. This is leaving tonight, but it comes with 7 builds and 44 decor items, giving you some of the best builds in the game. If you guys plan on purchasing these, make sure to plug in the creator code CRAFTYPLAYS before you do. We're going to go over multiple tricks today, so I want to make sure that you guys know where 3 possible locations are. The first one is going to be one Spire location, the second one will be a regular Storm dungeon, and the final one will be the Storm King dungeon. The first thing that we're going to do is take a bus station over to any possible spire that we have on the map. In order to do this trick, you are going to need to have a bus station near the spire. If you've been watching the channel for a while, I posted this when this update released to go over a trick in order to get yourself corrupted crystals. Today, our focus is going to be essence. So what we're going to do is place down a bus station near this spire to get started. Now, this trick is going to sound a lot more complicated than what it actually is. The first step is to make the spire a little bit weak and take out every single enemy that spawns in that location. Once you make it about 1/4 of its health bar, you're going to kill every single enemy. Now, you're going to get multiple waves the first time that you do this, but after we set this up properly, what you're going to get is exactly what I have on screen now, which is going to be 2 very large wave of enemies. And what this is going to do is give you 50 essence per wave, or 100 total before we're going to leave this area. So once you've now defeated both waves, or you've made the spire health very weak, you're then going to return back to the bus station that you placed down near the spire. Rather than going to a different location, we're going to click and choose the destination as the exact same bus station that we were just at. For whatever reason, what this does is it keeps the spire's health low, but will also continue to respawn the enemies. You only get 2 waves of enemies each time that you do this, so once you've finished with both of those waves, you do need to hit the bus station to return. Again, it takes less than a minute to clear out these waves, so you're getting about 100 essence every minute and 30 seconds, or 2 minutes in this game, which means that in about an hour, you're going to max out and get yourself a full stack of essence now that the new max is over 5,000. Our next place to do this trick is going to be at a regular dungeon on our maps. It's not going to be the Storm King lair or the Storm King dungeon where we're fighting him. We're going to focus on just a regular dungeon. Now, you want to clear out as many of the waves as you can until you find yourself on the level in this cave that is just going to give you a respawner of enemies. What this allows you to do is fight multiple different varieties of enemies that give you different versions of essence. So some will give you 6 essence, some will give you 9, 15, and so on. This allows you to fight these enemies over and over again, and essentially what you're going to do is farm these enemies, collect the essence, and when you're on that 2nd to 3rd wave and you're about to complete this mission, you're going to enter into the teleporter and then go back into that level. That's going to completely reset the map and allow you to start farming those enemies all over again to just continue to level up and get more essence. essence. Now, I don't have the exact number as far as how much essence you're getting per minute or per wave in here, because it does differentiate between which enemies are spawning for you. However, I can tell you that it seems as though you do get more enemies with this method than the Spire method, which ultimately is going to give you more essence in return. So if you're looking for a faster way, although it's a more hectic and difficult way, I definitely would recommend going into a dungeon rather than what we were doing before. Now, our final trick is something that I've showcased a lot on this channel. Most of you probably already know exactly what I'm going to mention here when it comes to the Storm King, but I do want to add on at least one extra step to make this a little bit better of a method. So what we're going to do is teleport to the Storm King, and out front of his portal, we're going to place down a bed and sleep in it. Now that we have the Climb Home potions, that's going to allow us to leave and go into our bed right outside of his portal when we're running out of enemies and go directly back in to refresh this. For me, this seems to give the most amount of essence. It's also the least hectic out of every single one of the missions as far as my playstyle goes. So for me, I like to go into the portal, fight all of the enemies in the waves of 2 or 3 as they send them out with the spawners. I take my time, you get a little bit of a break after breaking down all of the enemies, and then you take the Climb Home potion to go outside of the portal, and then go right back in to fight even more enemies. This, in my opinion, is by far the best and fastest way to do it, although there is one more method that some of you guys may need to do. This final method isn't the most efficient in any way, shape, or form. However, there are some items now in the game that are going to require brute scales. So what we're going to do is teleport over to the Star Wars Island, as we know of 3 spawn locations for 3 different type of brutes. And going based off of how much damage our pistols do at this point, even with the low amount of durability that they have or how fast their cooldown goes, we could still defeat brutes extremely quickly. Now, the only positive to fighting a brute is that you can find multiple of these on the Star Wars Island, and they will give you 75 essence every single time that you kill them. Now, really, the only good part about this is going to be collecting the brute scales, as the essence per minute or the essence per second, if we tracked it, wouldn't be the best out of all of the methods that we've showed so far. However, you are going to need brute scales in order to make some of these superhero equipments as they become higher levels, so you're going to want to make sure that you are farming some of these. So I recommend going to the Star Wars Island, checking out these 3 bus station locations, placing down a bus station in each and every one of these locations, and traveling between the 3 of them until you're able to find yourself a brute, defeat them, and then go on to the next location. Now, I only recorded myself doing each one of these methods for a few minutes at a time, and even at that, I was able to get over 3,400 essence, which is going to level up my Shadow Caller class quite a bit. It gets all of the weapons almost done, and it gets a lot of the equipment done as well. Now, again, I can go back out there, and I'm going to start grinding the rest of this stuff a little bit longer to truly maximize this out, but I definitely recommend you choosing one of these 3 or 4 methods in order to level up all of your classes to the maximum amount of level. I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know which hero class you're currently working on down in the comments section below. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. Help me reach 50,000 subscribers by pressing that sub button in the top right. And if you guys haven't already, check out that video in the top left. YouTube thinks that you'll like it a lot. Peace.